Hey guys, have a simple and a quick way to fix a sticky door. What that simply means is that your door, whether your front or your back door to your house, is rubbing against the frame of the door itself, the top right. This could also happen on the bottom or bottom right. And sometimes, sort of the whole door is just not closing properly anymore. So the quickest way to fix this after you've, used a long screw um, on the door hinges to pull it back towards the frame itself is to adjust the hinge by itself. The hinge part that is attached to the door, not the frame. So that is the second and the fourth rings, as I'm showing here. So once you do that, once you identify those, take a piece of plier. Start by removing the pins, then take a plier and start to adjust the second and the fourth hinge ring towards the right. Just pull it towards the right. You don't want to pull it too much, just a little bit to make it look as if it's off center or not aligned with the other hinges. So again, it's the second and the fourth um, ring that you want to adjust. Once you've done that a couple of times, again, you don't want to do it too much, so it becomes a problem, and the hinge pin would not fit in. Open the door, and once you have the door open slightly, then put the pin in. Use a hammer. Here I did use my hand, but just be careful so you don't lock your hand in it. And then close the door once you put the pin in, and that should help pull the door a little bit more. Open the door a few more times to have the pin push right in. And if it doesn't push right in, use a hammer to just bang it down till it's in the hinges or set in the hinges itself. Once that's completed, try opening the door. Um, you should see that the door has less friction on the frame and there's a little bit more opening, as you can see in the video here. And now you should be able to open the door a little bit more easily, and it should not rub against the door frame by itself. If the door is still rubbing against the frame, then move to the middle hinge and adjust again the second and the fourth hinge as well. I think I was a little bit, um, I applied a little bit pressure here or too much pressure here, and you see the hinge, the second and the fourth hinge are completely off center. I shouldn't have done that. I actually should have just pulled it a little bit towards the right, and that would have helped quite a bit. So when I opened the door, as you can see here in a few minutes, I did struggle in putting the pin in, aligning the pin back into the hinge appropriately. So that took me a few seconds to kind of, wiggle back and forth. And that still didn't go in. So what I had to do is actually close the door, go back with my plier and readjust the second and the fourth hinge over to the left. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So take the plier and hold it tight against the second and the fourth hinge and pull it slightly over to the right, to the left, sorry. You really don't want it completely aligned. You just want it, you know, um, pull it to the left enough that once you open the door, you can then use a hammer to knock the pin into the hinge itself. And that's exactly what I did here. And then you can close the door. So your door um, frame should be in less contact with the door on the right at this point. Um, the good thing about this process is you can actually repeat the same process on any type of door, whether it's a left or right hinge door, and that should help solve the sticky door issue. Hope this helps you and helps everyone else. Thank you. We'll share other tips again. Bye.